What's going on, y'all? Again, today caught another winning day of 1.1k across two accounts, so around like a 2.2k day, I guess. I'm gonna break down the trade recap, of course. We caught 115 points today of shorting, super clean price action today. I thought it was a very not obvious but simple trade to take. And so if you guys are wondering or kind of want to learn the model of how to take these, I'm gonna put the link in the description of the premium Discord where I show my entire model, basically exactly how to trade. And catch trades like this. So coming into the day on the 4 hour, actually on the daily time frame, moreover, on the daily time frame, we're obviously bearish, and 4 hour and daily we're both bearish, right? Yesterday we respect this daily bearish order block, bullish order block, and then we rejected off a nice clean rejection wick, and then actually I wasn't able to trade the first macro, right? So like this was the first time I was hopping on the charts, was at 9:45 or sorry 10:45 a.m. and we were already expanding, like we're already in our expansion leg on the 4 hour and on the daily, right? So this 4 hour fair value gap hadn't been tapped in yet. This fair value gap hadn't been tapped in yet. And we were just expanding higher. And so my next obvious draw on liquidity when we're clearly bullish on a higher time frame, and on the 5 minute, we also have a 5 minute inversion here, right? Like 5 minute inversion happens right here. When we're doing that, my obvious next draw is going to be these equal highs that are placed right here. These equal highs are going to be my obvious next draw. And so that's what I'm looking for price to take, right? And so with that 5 minute inversion happening, I'm waiting until the macro starts so I can get my entry. So my first trade actually came here as a break even trade. Once we enter the macro, like I said, again, we enter the macro. If you see hesitation candles to the downside trying to break the trend when we enter the macro, I've talked about this over and over again. When you see candles like this, once we enter the macro early on, and you see candles like this, and we've been pumping in one direction, and we enter the macro and you see like rejection candles to the downside, that's just a sign that the trend is going to continue. Like that's just waiting. I don't know. I've seen it happen over and over again. And so once that happens, these candles just start rejecting. We have a Doge candle here, and this load does not get mitigated. Once price breaks above this candle, I enter for longs. Okay, in addition to that 5 minute inversion, and then in help with that nice strong liquidity that we have with those equal highs. Right now, the only thing that I did worry about today, or on this trade specifically, was this internal high, right? So this internal high obviously could cause for a sweep, and then we could reverse off of that, right? I didn't think it was likely because we're so bullish, but it's likely. Okay, and so after we sweep this high, I just move my stops to break even. Like that fixes the problem. Okay, because if we're truly bearish or bullish, this high should not matter at all. This high should be broken through cleanly, and we should go for our next draw here. But if we're gonna, sweep that high, we're gonna start consolidating. We're not gonna have a clean movement after this internal high is taken, and so I'm fine if we get hit out at break even. That's just a sign that price is probably going to reverse. Okay, and that's exactly what happens. We get hit out at break even with this candle. But this candle was kind of hard to read, right? Because it's not a clean candle that got broken. It's not clean. Like this is, it just wicks me out, and that's not. I don't like when I get wicked out of positions because that's kind of, that doesn't confirm anything to me. Because like wicks don't matter. They don't tell anything about buys. It's just all manipulation. So that I get wicked out here, and I'm like, okay, that kind of sucks. Like if we end up breaking, because we also put in a bearish SMT, right? Well, that's after this wick. But once this wick wicks me out, I'm thinking like, okay, if we end up taking this high, because ES had already taken it, right? ES had already taken this high, and I'm waiting for NQ to take it. If NQ ends up taking this high, we're just gonna be bullish, and we'll probably miss this trade, and it's gonna hit probably that take profit area, right? But NQ fails to take this high, taps into this consequent encroachment level, right? Basically taps into the consequent encroachment level, respects it, keeps that SMT intact, and we get a 30-second inversion here, and that's all I need for a confirmation to enter shorts. Just purely off the fact that we were unable to reach that high here, because that tells me, right? That just tells me we took out this internal high. If we were bullish, this high should not matter. We should continue pumping. We took out this internal high, however, and then we come in and wick out this low, right? It's a little hard because I'm like, okay, maybe that was just like manipulation to take out early buyers, right? To take out buyers like me, or to help help late buyers get into the position, right? Whatever manipulation tactic you want to say. Maybe that's what happened with this wick. So maybe now we're going to start pumping up, but we don't do that because we put in an SMT and this high never gets taken. So that's obviously, to me, my thought process is like, okay, there's no way. It just doesn't make sense for longs to be still valid. And so when that happens, I'm like, okay, we're probably going to take some sort of internal sell side liquidity before heading our way up. Because my higher time frame bias is still bullish. Mind you, my higher time frame bias is still bullish. We have a 4 hour gap here that could get tapped into, which is what we did today. And so my higher time frame bias is still bullish. And so that's what we do. Like, I just need to find an entry. That's the easiest part for me now. Like, I swear to you guys, if you guys figure out how to read the market conditions, use discretion, right? Use discretion, intuition, and really think as to why price did whatever it did. All you got to do now is find one inverse Farai gap to help you guys enter. And that's what I found today. I found one inverse Farai gap in a 30-second that helped me enter my trade, that helped me confirm my trade, and then I entered. And so there was a 5-minute gap for those of you guys who didn't waited, I guess, until this 5-minute gap inversed. You guys shouldn't be worrying about that at all because of what I just explained. Because of what I've just explained. Like, all of my analysis here combined of everything that I was thinking about, I'm not going to let one 5-minute gap deter everything that I've just analyzed, right? I'm not going to wait for this 5-minute gap to inverse because then I'm going to miss my move. I have everything analyzed. I'm confident in my analysis. I'm confident in my technical analysis. I'm confident in my discretion. I just feel like that 5-minute gap shouldn't matter, and it doesn't. Okay, and so that 5-minute gap does not matter. Neither does this one, obviously, because we have way too much selling power once that 5-minute gap is inverse. Like, that's just, once this 5-minute gap inverses this 5-minute gap is just irrelevant, basically. And so, yeah, that's kind of my thought process behind this trade. My stops were moved to break even. I didn't scale into this trade. I used 5 micros for this trade. And my stops were moved to break even once we tapped into that 5-minute gap just to be safe. And from there, these shorts were extremely clean. I took these take profit at this internal low. I saw some people on Discord hold it to this low. And speaking of my Discord, if you guys want to join, always there's people in the Discord at every market open just helping each other out. So if you guys want to join the Discord, completely free Discord, I'm gonna link it down in the description as well. But yeah, very, very clean shorts today for 115 points. We're at a 8.8k balance on this one account. I really wish I had 5 accounts, man. That would be crazy. And then this account is a little laggy. It's at 6.4k. And so I still need 3 winning days on this, 3 more winning days on this account, so we'll see what we can do with the balance in 3 days. Preferably I'd like to hit that 10k mark, but so preferably, let's say hypothetically we end up hitting that 10k mark in 3 days. That would be what, a 2.2k profit. So we'd take out a 5k payout from this account. If we hit 2.2 here, that'd be a 4,000. Okay, so that'd be 4,000. So we take around a 8 to 9k payout by the end of this week if we were able to hit 10k, right? So 8.8k plus that 2.5k, or 8 to 9k plus that 2.5k payout I took last week. That would put me at over a 10k week in the past 2 weeks, which is insane to think about. But can't get ahead of myself because we still haven't stacked up our winning days yet, and we have no idea if we can hit a 10k mark. We have no idea if we can hit 10k or if our next 3 days are just going to be $150 winning days. Okay, so not going to get too ahead of myself. Obviously, I have to be disciplined still. But yeah, super, super clean today. I think December so far is extremely clean to me. So like honestly, it's been very, very clean to me. And so we'll see. I mean, we're only 2 days in, but we'll see. But yeah, like I said, again, if you guys liked how I broke down this trade, hopefully it's simple to you guys. And it's easy enough to learn, I promise you. And so I do teach it. Again, like I said, I'm going to put the link into the description. So if you guys want to learn my entire model as well. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else I got to go over here. I'm going to link the recording to this trade. Oh, also, tell me why TopStep almost crashed again today. I was in the middle of this trade and TopStep crashed. And so, but yeah, I don't know. I still came back to my full take profit, which is good. But I appreciate you guys as always. Again, couldn't have done any of this without y'all, God, and just belief in myself as well. Always keep your faith first. Always, because whenever you guys do something hard, when you guys have to do something difficult, there's gonna be, whenever you guys have to do something that 99% of other people can't do, right? Sports, trading, this, whatever, right? There's no one else that's going to understand your struggles other than God. So turn to head whenever you guys are struggling. I promise you that's what helped me. That's what helped me get to this point in life. And so hopefully you guys take some of that. If you guys didn't take any value of this trade recap, just take some life advice from me that I could help you guys with. But yeah, I appreciate you guys as always. I love you guys, and we will come back. I'll post another video in the next trade recap. I appreciate you guys. Have a very safe rest of y'all's day, and God bless.